Или оформить подписку и 3 месяца не париться.
Ну, с этим делом у меня сейчас стипендия придет, да, оформлю. Программка мне очень понравилась, я к ней быстро что-то привязался, так прям удобно.
Да там $1, блин.
Да я знаю, знаю.
Такс.
Так, я сейчас отойду.
Такс.
Снять опыт от зарядки. Ща приду. Так. Алло.
Да.
Сейчас.
Надеяться, что Мегатрон остановит Оптимуса, правильно?
М?
Говорю, будем надеяться, что Мегатрон остановит Оптимуса Прайма.
Конечно, становится. Когда он едется.
Последняя надежда человечества.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
И чё? За бред? Стоим, лифт чё? Эй. What the fuck is this shit? Блин. Чё за хуй? Ладно. Глюк, что ли, какой-то или чё? Сел на лифт, они стоят, лифт не едет. Закрывается. Окей.
Может, он не
User
исправен?
alert. Main reactor shut down in
Может, он
accordance
не
with
исправен?
emergency containment procedures.
Или...
Now
Сейчас поехали.
exiting to the roof.
Ну,
User
как
alert. Landline connections
такого
are
раньше не было.
disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
Ну, раньше.
Лиара сильно ядом подвержен. Броня очень плохая, а другой нет.
Чё там, кого убил?
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
Так ты говоришь, что Ляра крутая, да?
Интересный персонаж. Она очень крутой будет во второй части. Там даже про нее отдельное дополнение вышло.
Да.
Она, короче, сможет
Online. How may I assist you?
всеми основными сетями информации, короче, получать. Она даже сможет устроить войну между государствами спокойно за 5 минут, потому что она знает даже то, что не знают другие. Будет знать, прикинь.
Do you know why the reactor was shut down?
I'm sorry, but I was offline at the time. Shut. Emergency guidelines suggest the frigid environment will kill biological. The valves to the helium-3 fuel line must be opened. This can be done at the controls on the reactor assembly.
What are the landlines and why?
When emergency protocols were implemented. I'm sorry, but I need a more
The
specific.
creatures we've encountered here.
I'm sorry,
Dogs.
Commander. Inquiries related to our research require privileged access.
That's all I need.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
Мне сейчас тяжело броню вообще
Online. Very well, Commander. Logging you out. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accord.
У меня какие-то даже маленькие очков героя, да? Чуть-чуть совсем.
Тебе что, Mass Effect на весь экран идет?
На весь экран?
У тебя? Не на весь.
У тебя на весь?
Нет.
Ну, у меня 1280 на 1024 разрешение. Да, полный экран.
Так, у тебя еще больше расширений, чем у меня.
Это квадратик. У тебя там ноутбук.
У меня 1280 на 800.
Вот этот навык вообще полезный. Недавно все прокачал. Позволяет союзника воскресить. Ну вот, как раз это и забили теперь. Ой, что-то не туда.
User alert.
встречи на
Main
E3.
reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment.
Now exiting to the roof.
Почему не сразу
Inter-facility
пишут?
communications
Интересно.
functioning normally.
Я понял, почему. Да я же не туда бегу. Господи. Вот это я был. Ну, что за нафиг? Покатушки везде, короче, у нас сейчас на стриме. Зато дубликат регенится маленько. Правда, не раз бегать, конечно. Очень медленно сейчас. Мне кажется, сейчас надо будет потом отхилить эту Яру, а то она сдохнет, я тут переживу. При паре выстрелов, короче. Чё это
Так,
остается?
ну там, кстати, будет новые игры. Ух ты, нихера.
User alert.
Так, на E3. На E3. Это, короче, какой-то Starfield, новая RPG.
Main reactor shut down in
Везде,
accordance
да.
with emergency.
Fallout 4 VR и Skyrim VR.
I think we're good, Shepard.
Кстати, еще на E3 прогнозируют новую, ну, это же разработчики Fallout, короче, ну, также представят новую игру по мотивам Game of Thrones, прикинь. Ну, они разрабатывали. А, кстати, не только Game of Thrones, а еще ну, TS6. Круто?
TS6 покажут все-таки. Я же говорил.
Не, ну тут как бы пишет, что возможно. Помимо этого, возможно, на E3 мы услышим подробности относительно таких проектов, как Game of Thrones, Elder Scrolls 6, концепт-арты для Elder Scrolls 7 и многое другое. Последний год.
Блин, вечный вопрос, куда мне кинуть новые очки, которые мне дали за...
Но то, что, блин, разработчики Skyrim будут делать игру, в принципе, по Game of Thrones, может быть очень даже неплохо.
Посмотрим. Вообще персонаж это не конек Bethesda. Ну ладно. Пускай. Посмотрим.
Но все же лучше, чем какие-то непонятные, которые делали... Кто вообще делал, блин, Game of Thrones RPG? Непонятно.
Цианид какой-то там. Да у них...
Цианид. Да, уже само имя разработчика.
Там что стража кинули все что-то. Не придумал, куда кинуть еще очки. Поумнее. Блин, рахни, ребятки, даже поопаснее, чем это.
Entering main reactor.
Это угар, конечно. Это
User
угар.
alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures.
Короче, это прикол такой, что я просто в шоке. Тебе лучше этого не слышать, короче.
User alert. Main reactor shut
Короче, суть
down
в
in
том, что
accordance with emergency
разработчики
containment
хотят связать, знаешь, какие
procedures.
игры?
Manual restart required.
Fallout и... Подожди. Fallout и TES. Как тебе такая идея?
Так это тоже случилось, когда они выпустили Fallout за вещи.
Да? Но они пытаются еще вот эта игра, короче, Starfield, они которую точно покажут. Короче, они вот как бы в этот Starfield, короче, это будет RPG. Короче, суть в том, что это RPG, который будет происходить во вселенной Fallout, и она станет связующим звеном между мирами Fallout и TES. Компания Bethesda хочет связать эти франшизы в одну большую вселенную.
User alert. Main
Yeah.
reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
Слабенькая Ляра, еще надо качать ее.
Чё тут? Матчес. Ладно.
О, кстати, Exit Games что-то там будет показывать. Только не говорите, что очередная игра из серии, блин, The Legend of the Heroes. А нет, это будет совсем другая, конечно, игра. Ну, просто Exit, правда, это я еще выпускает JRPG, да еще и на ПК. Что она там представит? Красочная ролевая игра изначально вышла в Японии в 2008 году. Короче, они на ПК, короче, представят порт Sway, Illward Insurrection. Слыхала такой? И еще также они предоставят на ПК порт Sakuna of Rise and Ruin. Платформер какой-то. И кроме того, на PS4 они и RPG ну, это не фигня какая-то. Fate из серии Fate, это по аниме, вряд ли кому-то будет. На Switch также какую-то херню они, блин, выпустят. Но вообще самое интересное это то, что на ПК выйдет какая-то новая же RPG.
Ну, главное, что не уровень Tales.
Не, ну The Legend of the Heroes хорошая игра, но мне она не нравится. То есть там боевка классная, очень. Но, блин, какой же там упорный сюжет, какие персонажи, нет, только не это. Она, она такая скучная. Она такая скучная, что я не могу. Я прошел очень много, я надеялся, что дальше будет какой-то, что-то там, не знаю, будет лучше. Как-то сюжет раскроется, но нет. Это дебильные вышки, еще какая-то херня. Тебе просто надо идти с точки в точку. Она мне напоминает Final Fantasy 12. одной. Только вот Final Fantasy 12 хоть бы не знаю. Ну, как-то было куда играть.
Такая нычка прикольная, типа это. Вот зайди-ка сюда. У нас еще есть кое-что.
Но тем не менее, эта игра очень получила много хороших оценок. У меня такой. Я уж лучше с классики поиграю, как в какой-то Dragon Quest, чем,
Это
блин.
говорит о том, что не всем игрокам важны персонажи в игре. И сюжет, в принципе.
Ну, я, кстати, смотрю об этой новой JRPG, это такая типичная JRPG, ничего опять нового не вижу. Ну, поиграть, конечно, можно. Поиграем, конечно, по любасу, если еще и перевод русский выпустят.
Так, ну
Я
все,
так
ремонтная работа закончена. Поехали обратно.
Принцесса-вампир Альверн Дю Мунбира спасает жизнь охотнику за сокровищами Рагна Валентайн и заключает с ним контракт. Вместе они должны вернуть Альверн Дю утраченную магию. Дата выхода 2018 год. Блин, вот ждать. Ну ладно, окей. А, это ж с PSP, что-то они так медленно все с PSP портируют. Игра еще 2008 не вышла.
Опа. Вот это раз оперативника.
Negative contact.
Граната. Так. И репрезентует
Now
еще не
entering
отошенную
decontamination
игру
and transit
на
hub.
E3.
User alert. Loose contaminants in the decontamination chamber. Access to passenger tramways
Я
inadvisable.
думаю, может какая-то игра с вселенной Hell, скорее всего, может быть. Что там еще Microsoft может приготовить? Я знаю, что это вроде как с Microsoft. Хотя стоп, EA и Microsoft, EA и Microsoft. Какая игра выходила в сотрудничестве
The
EA?
door could be Finette.
Control group, loosen them. They're in. Can't escape.
Так.
The tunnels now. We're sorry. The leads couldn't get to the struck. Out while you can.
He killed himself because he was part of whatever happened here?
He must have felt there was no hope of surviving. But killing himself.
Кстати, есть одна новость, которая тебя наверняка разочарует.
Какая?
Connections restored.
Уверен, что
Processing
тебе
new
стоит
data.
ее слушать.
User alert. Unable to connect to hot lab facilities.
Какая?
Проекта Дилана не покажет?
Нет, проект Стилан то как раз точно покажет, я думаю.
А
А
переизданий
покажут
Шану
нас-
не будет?
Они покажут нам, короче, как раз Shenmue 3 не покажут.
Да, это было ожидаемо. в принципе.
Shenmue 3 не привезут на E3.
Это новость я знаю. Ты мне ее хотел сказать?
Ну да.
What's this about loose
Это
contaminants?
страшная новость.
Dangerous biological agents are present in the tramway decontamination chamber. The tram station has been sealed in the interest of crew safety. Activation of the fail-safe plasma jets is recommended.
Override. Open the doors now.
Ну, мне все это херня. А что они так долго ее делают? У них что, брак с деньгами, что ли?
Proceed at your discretion.
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
Станция расселена.
What's the status of Rift Station?
Rift Station has been locked down by the staff. There are presently no contaminants.
The staff is alive then?
Yes, though the number of personnel
Кстати, а
is
над
below
игрой
the
работают
official
те же
staff
разработчики,
count.
что и на оригинальной части, или это совсем другие люди?
Кого?
Над Shenmue.
Ну, там есть и другие люди. Там, короче, главный чувак, который делал вообще первую часть, вот этот Ю Сузуки, он отвечает за этот проект.
Ага.
Why is Rift Station locked down?
Emergency procedures require each facility to isolate
Вот это
itself to
фигня,
prevent the
топ-10.
spread
Ну,
of
что-то,
contagion.
что-то, кстати, что-то очень как бы мало инфы по ней. Показывают какие-то эти, блин, анимешки. Я помню, как-то ждал игру в 2013, по-моему, году, блин, Феникс, РПГ, по-моему, называлась. Собирали на нее деньги на Кикстартере, короче, на JRPG, к ней должен быть. Там участвовали короче, куча разработчиков, над ней участвовали известных таких. И даже музыку новую анимацию решил написать. Но, кстати, вот прошло сколько лет уже, а игры все-таки нет. Такая
Так,
фигня.
короче, сейчас мы сейчас разберемся.
Уже 5 лет, по-моему, прошло, при том, что игра не должна была иметь супер-мега крутую графику. Игра, короче, должна была выйти, но...
Вот так вот рахи внезапно и появляются. Никогда не знаешь, когда это произойдет в очередной раз. Просто могут взять и вылезти хоть откуда. Пипец. Фишка в том, что они бьются кислотой, вообще пофигу на твои щиты. Она сразу поражает тебя, а именно в твое ХП.
Космос — дело опасное.
Жесть. Меня почти прибили эти негры.
Так, что тут еще интересно? Так.
А что, вообще на Котор похоже, нет? Все это, то, что происходит.
Похоже. Похоже. Чувствуется дух.
Я, короче, прочитал интересную статью вообще, почему Mass Effect появился. Чуваки, короче, мечтали свою вселенную создать, которую BioWare делали. То есть Star Wars им очень сильно нравился, но проблема была в том, что они не могли ничего своего придумать. И нельзя было попросту. То есть там все было прописано вплоть до того, какой размер там пласта и прочее. Они мечтали, короче, свою космическую вселенную, и вот они изобрели Mass Effect.
Departing Central Station.
Впечатляется Star
Destination.
Wars, вот раз там
Rift Station.
Star Trek, вообще всеми космическими сагами. Получилось так занятно, что многие до сих пор мечтают о фильме по Mass Effect.
Так, пусть ходят на
Now
фильм
arriving at Rift Station.
«Валериан и город тысячи миров». Там очень много чего с Mass Effect. Я бы сказал, что там вообще стырили, короче, у Mass Effect много чего. Но если только Mass Effect не стырил, просто суть в том, что как бы... в смысле, что значит стырил? Как бы суть в том, что сам фильм основан на графическом романе, короче, комикс, можно сказать, да, комикс. Не факт, что создатели Mass Effect тоже могли как бы вдохновляться тем же комиксом, на котором, собственно, фильм.
Ну чем они там вдохновлялись или не вдохновлялись, я не в курсе, конечно, но они не плагиатели.
Ну да, да.
Потому что вселенная уникальная и многие интересны. Локация-то большая, кстати, я помню эту локацию. Не то, что она большая, но здесь люди, это как лаборатория, я помню. Вот придется нехитро ходить по ней, прежде чем мы до Мезика беремся. Решим с ним проблемы. Ну чё, погнали. Постепенно совсем разберемся.
Напоминает Doom 3.
Станция?
Угу.
Атмосферная, да, больше?
Угу.
Stand down.
Hello?
Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
Can those things work at train's controls?
Hell if I know. I'm not assuming any goddamn thing. You're human, and that's enough that I won't shoot. I'd like to know who you are.
Call me Shepard. I was sent to find an Asari matriarch.
Venezia? Yeah, she came through here. The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han Olar got out, and he ain't all there anymore. At first we knew the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
We've never seen anything like them. What do you know?
I'm no xenobiologist. They're fast, vicious, and there's a hell of a lot of them. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
Я не знаю, да.
Мне нужно ее увидеть. Совет прислал одну из сказали, чтобы решить проблему. Вчера она зашла из лаборатории, с тех пор ничего не известно. Сделаю, что смогу, мне нужно ее увидеть, я не буду ей помогать. Мне нужно ее увидеть.
Is she still over there?
I don't know. I don't see what one person could do.
A matriarch has the skill to keep herself alive for a long time.
There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card will let you activate it. It can take you down to the hot labs. Oh, if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
Tell me about Rift Station.
I can't talk about everything. What do you need to know?
Tell me about the defenses here.
Secure enough that you shouldn't poke in corners.
I just wanted to offer some deployment advice. You're lucky these things are dumb animals. 3 coordinated guys to take this place.
Have you checked the layout yet? Easily defensible by a few people. That's not counting the automated defenses.
Automated defenses can be overridden.
What impresses me most is the turrets, alarms, and cameras. They're all routed through a central location out by the quarantine labs. One guy can lock down the whole facility. The security hub's the last logical fallback, and we'd have cover from the turrets all the way.
What kind of research is done here?
Beats me. I'm not supposed to know. So long as people don't start dying, it's not my problem.
What can you tell me about the aliens?
Ask Dr. Olar. He's the only one who made it out of the hot labs. He's the only Volus left in here.
I need to know more about the situation in the hot labs.
The facility's off the network. The only way to find out would be to send scouts down the elevator, and I won't send my people to their death.
Did the aliens come from inside the facility, or did they attack from the outside?
You want my personal opinion? Labs like that exist to do stupid crap that gets people killed.
Tell me about the structure of the hot labs.
It's built into one of the glaciers further down the mountain. Real old, thick stuff. Normally the crew gets to the labs using a tram from Central Station. Got an elevator that connects directly, but it's for emergency use only.
Listen, I'm not sending my people down there. It's too dangerous. Understand?
You're certain the matriarch is still in the hot labs?
She hasn't come back here. You came through Central Station, so she ain't there.
How are your people holding
We
up?
weren't expecting the initial wave. We made it inside. We lost. Those of us left are short-handed. We've kept order by long shifts and stems. I don't like it, but I don't see an alternative.
I've got work to do.
Yeah, I hear that. Hell! Man the perimeter! Go, go, go! Enemy is everywhere! Go, go, go! Enemy is everywhere!
I owe you one.
Бедняги склеились моментально.
Це ще було як до армії.
Thanks for the help. Every few hours a group comes up the tram tunnel. It's actually better since we locked down the elevator.
Да.
We're all in the same boat.
I don't know why they keep throwing themselves against our
Я
defenses.
прожив не всю жизнь,
And
так що
have to stick their noses in
багато,
our hearts.
коротше. Наприклад, коли баба била мене, то нам не здавалося. Мою голову, коли мама. Я... Да, постоянно говорилось.
Ладно. Котенка. Там мы убрали с собой. Скромненько и простенько.
I do not like this place. Too many dark secrets.
Ну да.
Так, вот и медотсек. Кстати, вот магазин. Мы сначала пойдем на это.
Понятно.
Very interesting.
Where did they come from?
Да.
Were they in the lab? I never went in the high security areas.
You're not gonna go to the hot labs.
My contract was up. I was...
That stain in the corner is where Ellie died.
They'll be coming for me.
Look at the guard over there. Look at his hands. See them twitching?
That matriarch's dead. Everyone's dead over there. I tried to tell her, but she pressed down on...
If the bugs don't get us, one of Ventralis' people is going to flip out and kill us.
Where did they come from? Were they in the lab? I never went in the high security areas.
Вообще на станции. Что-то тут явно не то, кроме рахов. Надо разобраться, что к чему. Я уж не помню, что там было. Тем более мне интересно сейчас. Так, надо вообще экипировку обновить. Явно.
Да.
О.
Так.
Это надо.
Як, коротше, прогнозировано. Я з самого початку, я слідкував за отбором, слідкував. Я трохи думав, що трохи іменно сам це. Я просто ожидав більше від Ювентуса, чим від Реала. Від Реала я ожидав хороший. Реал показав. А так що? Да, і вроді документ поставив. Не хватило трохи.
Так, опять куда-то надо 2 очка деть. Вообще не доводит.
Реал самодостаточно собі команду. Показали нашу голос. От, так що... Я думаю,
Блин, да ну издеваетесь, что ли?
ще як Лестер один раз, коротше, зайняв перше місце у чемпіонаті Англії, а наскільки років остатньо. Понятно, да. Просто треба як розділяти, як конкретна команда і конкретно бізнес.
Придется перезайти, короче. Что? Фигня какая-то.
Так, щоб нас буде, коротше, я думаю, що пасу віддам наверх. Ну, там как бы, ну що, на ближайший розпорядок денний, коротше, матчу Україна-Мальта, коротше. Ну, вона якби грає в ці, ну, сам собою відбірковий тур на чемпіонат світу і контрольний матч Україна-Мальта. Ну і, звісно ж, Кубок Конфедерації. Кстати, Україна-Мальта, коли це грає. Коли має Україна? 6 червня, через 2 дні. Товариський матч. Ну, давно. Так. Я коли такі матчі йдуть, я собі включаю собі телек. Так само і Кубок Конфедерації. Кубок Конфедерації так само раз на 4 роки він перед чемпіонатом міра постійно приходить. Ну і плюс, кстати, непонятно чого, якого фіга, коротше, збірна Бразилії сказала, що ми, коротше, забили. Цей кубок, коротше, і... коротше. Так що подивимося. Матч за третє місце, тут є, коротше, класно. Так що, коротше, проігравши. Надіюсь, що не Раша.
What? You're a member of the science team. Recently transferred, yes. What do you do here?
Я думаю, ти за чемпіонат міра.
I specialize in biotic enhanced allele-specific hybridization.
Think you could translate that into galactic?
It's a genetic thing. Forget it.
You're a member of the science team. Recently transferred, yes. You seem less upset about this situation than the others.
That is one of the virtues of the meditation you interrupted.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Alessia Alice from the University of Arraeus. Is there anything in particular you want to know, or should I just spout random facts?
No need to be so rude.
You are interrupting my meditations. Precisely how rude must I be to convince you to leave?
Do you know Matriarch Benezia?
Why ask me?
Because I do not know anything about the Matriarch.
Then why would I?
That's all for now.
Then I will return to my meditation.
Uncertain. I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious.
Seems I've been caught up in events.
Sympathetically. Everyone here could, for now, with forced cheer. I still have a limited supply of equipment to sell.
Given the situation, you should freely contribute.
Pointedly, I give freely to Captain Ventralis. You...
Let's have a look.
Regretfully, most of my stock is...
Тут, кстати, броня неплохая. Не все так плохо все-таки. Кое-что можно даже купить. В этом нет смысла. В этом тоже нет смысла. Так. Какую там броню-то, собственно, прошу? Только легкую выпустить. Как Лиан, собственно. Да? Ну да.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Regretfully.
What? No! Sorry. I haven't had much sleep since the attack. Yeah, is there something you need?
What sort of work do you do here?
I can't say. I signed a non-disclosure agreement. If we survive, I'd like to keep my job. The location is terrible, but the pay is better than any other commercial lab.
You're not happy on Peak 15?
The outside world doesn't exist here. Just walls of ice and rock. There's only the work, the discovery. It's easy to forget why science is guided by ethics. Maybe we're paying for that now.
What do you know about the hot labs?
Nothing. I didn't work there. As far as I know, Han Olar was the only survivor.
Is he in the medical ward?
No, he's staying in the science teams. Be gentle with him. He had a trying experience.
What sort of work do you do here?
I can't say. The location is terrible, but the pay is better than any other commercial.
What do you do here?
I'm a toxicologist. I can't talk about my work. Not that I'm doing anything since the...
There was an accident?
I can't talk about what happened. Not here. Too public. Talk to Dr. Cohen in the medical ward. He was the project lead.
I'm looking for an Asari.
Asari? Well, there's Dr. Ayalis over there. There's also our guest, Lady Benezia. Captain Ventralis might know where she is.
How are you holding up?
It would be petty to complain after showering up. None of us have had enough sleep since the attack. Of course, not all of us have guns.
I'll talk to you later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
Got a smoke? We're all out.
What do you want?
Were they attacked by the aliens?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
Suit yourself.
I'm just trying to avoid an incident.
What happened to these people?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
But you're going to, because I might...
I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable than their secrets. You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety protocols for our experiments here.
We reactivated her on our way through Central...
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she... We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These three were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
I need full cooperation if I'm gonna help. Do you want these people to live? If not, I'll walk out of here.
No, wait. It's a bioweapon. Based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature. But there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species. Forest B is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
It doesn't matter how safe you make it. Biological weapons are illegal.
Militaries, governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
You made this, but can't cure it. Don't you people take notes?
Our first priority was getting it working. We were close to synthesizing it. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
Is he right to keep people out?
No, the toxin has a brief period of viability. After that, it breaks down into simple protein chains. But he won't listen to me.
I'll talk to Ventralis for you, but I don't have the training.
No, of course. You don't look like a biochemist. No offense.
What will it take to get the
quarantine labs are near the science. Once you're in there, look for our notes. It should just be a matter of following our processes.
How's the science team holding up?
Better than Ventralis' guards. They've been on alert since the first attack. I've been administering stims at their request. But every species needs to sleep. They're getting twitchy.
Are you the doctor here?
I'm our doctor, but not the doctor. My specialty is microbiology. We had a medic, Dr. Salah, but we lost him. The automatics can handle basic treatment. Mira runs them.
Talk to you later.
I hope you can do something.
Так.
This system is online and ready. Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
Something you need?
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination now.
If we survive, your employers will want a report from me. I wonder how much insurance they have on those scientists.
All right, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
Great. We'll be stuck unless he decides we're healthy.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
I've got work to do.
You and me both.
Так, у меня тут есть, получается, два пути, да? Защищенного города. Ну-ка, погоди-ка. Получается, что, не пройти, что ли, да? Ничего.
Warning, Watchdog protocol is active.
Hostile contact.
kill you!
All clear.
Алло.
Да. Итак, что там тебе уже? Все еще эту локацию обследуешь?
Ну, тут побочку, типа, выполнял. А, понял тебя, куда этот лифт ведет, оказывается. Лифты. Второй, третьей части их вообще нету почти. Нет, локация прикольная, кстати. Прям мне что-то чужое на фильм напоминает.
Блин, точно, кстати, вышел, вспомнил, надо будет посмотреть.
Не, ну согласись, похоже. Еще эти рахни.
А ну-ка, покажи свои очки отступника.
Вон, зацени. Уже 25-й левел прокачал.
О, да, ты уже почти половину тут завалил. Хера себе.
Так, а как мне... Погоди-ка, как мне попасть в континентальную лабораторию? What the fuck?
У тебя даже чуток героя есть. А можно одновременно прокачать и героя, и отступника?
В принципе, да,
Типа-
я так и играл вторую часть.
Типа герой-отступник.
Отправляйтесь в карантинную лабораторию, они находятся внизу, неподалеку от жилых комнат. Почему? А как мне попасть, если допуска нету? Чё, хотите сказать, что я не попаду туда, что ли, больше? Да ну бред. Ну-ка. Блин, должен же быть, типа, где-то контроллер, который открывает дверь или еще что-нибудь. Ну, хрен. What the fuck? Очень странно. Вообще непонятно. Только не говорите, что это типа баг из-за того, что я пошел в обход. Вот. Если предполагается возможность в обход, значит я могу. Значит, это нормально?
Или нет?
Блин, я не хочу переигрывать только из-за того, что я пошел в обход, и я к тому же там на фастсейвах один играл. Чисто телевизор.
Проблема.
Просто фишка в том, что у меня еще этот квест входит в задание дополнительное, а он сюжетный получается. Ну, как бы он не сюжетный.
Сколько лет прошло, и думаю, бага уже нет. Сколько лет прошло, и думаю, бага уже нет.
Ну, это впервые такой нарываюсь. Либо, короче, что-то не знаешь, как сделать, но, блин, как бы ничего и не описывается. Очень странно. Слушай, у меня тут не получается. Погоди, может, планшет сейчас подожди. У меня сейчас же планшет другой есть, хоть и не мой, а теперь есть вот сюда. Сейчас я загублю. Как там квест называется? На вере карантина. Константин, да? Сейчас надо не прочитать, какой хрен вообще. Может, мне что-то сделать надо в таком случае? Ну, не может быть такого, что если я пошел в код, у меня бац, у меня квест открывается. Ты можешь как-то можно попасть? Это как бы логично. Или что, его типа не пофиксили, что ли? Тут, короче, пишут примечание, если охранники станции станут враждебны по отношению к Шепарду, принять эту миссию или даже просто завершить уже взятое здание не получится, так как воин исчезнет из своей лаборатории и больше в игре не появится. В таком случае здание останется активным даже после того, как Шепард завершит основную сюжетную линию на Наверии. Короче, я проебал этот квест, получается. Охуенно. Мне просто было интересно, то есть я тут раз же как, я пошел, ну, как по квесту, типа, вот дополнительно, сейчас решил пойти в поход. И в итоге проебал квест. Зашибись просто. Вот наткнулся на такой косяк, причем официальный косяк, который, в принципе, все, девушки теперь автосейв у меня был час назад, блядь, хрен. Буду из одного квеста я теперь переигрывать участок. Что, дурак, что ли?
Да, жесть. Квест важен был слишком, что... Квест же вроде не был слишком важен.
Квест, что, говоришь, не был слишком важным? Ну, это не сюжетный квест. Это дополнительно. Типа там помочь этим больным найти. Пускай дохнут. Я же отступлю. Такой вот типа баг. Не самый приятный. Ладно, пошли сюжетку.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Liara's here because she's a member of my crew.
Indeed. What have you told her about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
You won't look so smug with a hole in your head.
Your insolence is a poor mask for your fear. This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
Как насчет трахни, что планирует Сарен, наши бойцы-соплячки?
I expected better from Asari commandos.
I will not betray him.
Ваши бойцы-соплячки.
You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Why are you able to break free of his control now?
I sealed a part of my mind away from the indoctrination, saving it for a moment when I could help destroy him. It will not last long.
How can he compel you? He's not even here.
People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
Перестаешь быть собой.
Thoughts echo
Он что,
strangely
гипнотизирует,
within
что ли?
Sovereign. Its rooms are built at unsettling angles. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at his feet and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
Пафосная мотивация.
How does something that big
Так
go
он что,
missing?
реально гипнотизирует ее или что? Или она типа, знаешь, играет слегка такую психанутую главную злодейку?
As millennia passed, the nebula created by the nova enveloped the relay.
Но дело не в Сарене.
It is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
How does something
4,000 years ago, it is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
Someone on Noveria found it?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
How did the Rachni find it?
They searched, patiently. They are territorial creatures, driven to close any possible way into their systems.
Why does Saren need the Mu relay?
He believes it will lead him to the conduit. I would tell you more if I could, but Saren did not share his counsel with me. I was merely a servant to his cause.
Tell me where the Mu gate is before I lose my temper.
Of course, Commander. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should... you should...
Mother, I don't
Алло.
leave.
Короче, пошел играть,
Fight
наверное,
him.
казаки.
You've always made me proud, Liara.
Онлайн по сети. Такие, собственно, дела.
Тут, конечно, короче, жесткий один из ключевых моментов,
Die.
который частично повлияет на часть. Добывать расу ран.
Всех убить. Убить всех. Сжечь их. Короче, я пошел играть, потому что... короче.
Что, раз вы
даже
даже...
Ну а нахер он надо. Раз, вот должны жить только люди, все остальные, короче, мы же платиша играем, а не добряка. Бьете. Так, все, уже звонь.
Потом, если что, продолжим после этого.
Ага.
Если что.
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
You're free of the indoctrination again?
I still hear it like metal on metal, squealing and reverberating. Mother! Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn. No light. They always said there would be a...
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
We filled you with enough plasma to pop a tank.
This vessel is at the edge. Yet she struggles. We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
The Krogan wiped out the Rachni 1,000 years ago.
The sky is quiet now. Our mother's songs are lost. The children we birthed were stolen from us before they could learn to sing. They are lost to silence. And their suffering, they cannot be saved. They will only cause harm as they are.
I don't understand. Why are your children killing people?
These needlemen, they stole our eggs from us. They sought to turn our children into beasts of war, claws with no... Our elders are comfortable with silence. Children know only...
I understand. A child left alone in a closet until she is 16 would not be sane.
I don't understand.
These are...
I understand. A child left alone in a closet until she is 16 would not be sane.
I'm more than willing to watch.
Such discordance bodes ill for what we must come. Before you deal with our children, what will you sing? Will you release
The Rachni were a threat to the galaxy. Those tanks are filled with acid. If she gets out of hand...
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence.
I won't destroy your entire race.
Will give us the chance to come.
The sooner we're off this frozen world, the better.
Are you here to secure the situation?
If by secure you mean shoot every monster
I am
see.
certain you are having strong feelings. But what has happened here, it is our fault. You understand?
I understand that we'll be dead soon. Talk fast.
Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship. This was Rachni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
They should have destroyed it. Why hatch it?
Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass-produce them, But when they get here, they find this egg is... After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
Hold on. Don't you need a male to get eggs?
Queens are born carrying the genetic code of their fathers. Eggs are carried... Queens can lay eggs in hours, and have a colony in days. This is how they spread so quickly.
Separating them from their mother didn't work.
I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Rachni are uncontrollable.
This is fascinating, but we don't have time
These
to
Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am
I'm not
thinking
familiar with the purge.
it creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
I don't have time for this.
I do not want so much to be here. Is fail-safe. You understand? You leave without arranging to eliminate. I am feeling not so well.
Once the purge is armed...
Sure. Mother always say I would meet a bad end.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
Are there any survivors in here?
Lady Benezia, an executive secretary. There are no other living crew members within the lab structure.
How many Rachni are in?
I'm sorry. The sensor network is too damaged to provide an...
Give me your best
Guessing is beyond my design parameters.
I need information.
The neutron purge is a fail-safe system installed within the isolation tube area.
What exactly does this thing do?
The purge is a neutron burst weapon. 2 volumes of fissionable materials are brought together. Most of the energy is released in the form of high-speed neutrons. This radiation is instantly lethal to any known form of life within 500...
It would be wise to avoid touching any controls.
That is advisable for all systems within this facility.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Who would have the code?
Director of Operations, Yaroslav Tartakovsky. Logging you out, Commander.
I am feeling not so well.
How do...
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira destruct...
Take out those hostiles!
That's the last of them.
Online. How can
Activate the neutron.
I'm sorry, but I can't...
Code input 875020079. Code Omega local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
Heads up!
Connecting. I have... The neutron purge is a fail-safe... I'm sorry, but I...
We're moving on.
Logging you out, Commander.
I am feeling not so well. Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira destruct...
Online. I'm sorry, but I...
Unreal какой-то просто.
Online. I'm sorry.
Enemy sighted.
Пиздец.
Online. I'm sorry, but...
Панутая побочка, блин. В этот раз я вообще прошел ее.
Online. I'm sorry.
I smell trouble.
Жесть, кое-как выбрался.
Clear.
Our next move, Commander. Head for the Mu relay?
The Mu relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
Look, this is a tough mission. We're all on edge. Everyone go get some rest. Crew dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Don't bother.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Boy, am I glad to be off of Novaria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
I blame Saren, and if I were you, I'd want revenge.
We have enough reason to stop Saren. I do not need to add revenge to the list. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Some time to talk now, Commander.
Of course. Have a seat.
We've played it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way from backup. We've got some tough calls to make. I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
That's not the appropriate way to address your commanding officer, Lieutenant.
Sorry, ma'am. Maybe I got a bad signal. But if you're a... maybe there's someone else you'd rather confide in. Ma'am.
All right, Alenko. Off the record, permission to speak candidly, cross my heart and hope to die. What are you talking about?
Dr. Tassoni, ma'am. There's a lower deck rumor that she's, interested in you as more than a source of Prothean data. She's a very interesting lady, to my tastes, but I never claimed to be big on alien culture.
You seem awfully worried about my personal affairs.
It's just that We don't have much downtime these days. I like being around you, but I don't want to take up your personal time.
Look, there's nothing between Liara and me. What's the real issue here, Caden?
You're right. Sorry. It wasn't, Liara's not my main concern. I'm not questioning any decision you've made, Shepard. Let me be clear about that. It's just my experience that once someone lets something slide, it tends to pick up speed. You get my meaning?
You're talking about a particular example.
You know the records about the biotic trading out on Jump Zero? They're all classified. Because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics... They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
I'm sure Kinetics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. To introduce himself, he liked to say, I was at the helm of the dreadnought that killed your father. I told him my dad wasn't in the war. He'd retired to Vancouver. My family had an inland home that matured to new beachfront. Vernus had it in for me after that. He cut corners, pushed hard. I mean, you either came out a Superman or a wreck. A lot of kids snapped. A few died. The point of all of this, I guess, is that when you cut corners, it's not always obvious who pays for it.
So why are you telling me this? Is there
I'm
something
32, Shepard. You don't serve as long as I have without coming to terms with yourself. You also learn that if someone is special to you, you help them. Try to keep them from making mistakes.
Special, huh?
If I'm out of line, just say the word.
Now isn't the ideal time. But
I get you, Shepard. I don't make a habit of just think about what I said.
What's your opinion on the last?
Killing Saren's, what was Benezia anyway? Second in command? Advisor? I'm sure Dr. Tassoni's hurting though. Poor kid. Having to kill her own mom.
Any opinion on the Rachni?
Off the record? If we had the option, I'd as soon have left it to the Council. We weren't out here during the Rachni War. I'm not sure we have any business getting involved.
We'll talk later, Kate.
I'd like that.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
Why me?
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did on Torfin. I cannot even imagine how horrible that must have been, but you did what had to be done.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the woman you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
You're interested in me because of my visions. You just want to know more about the Protheans.
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Lieutenant Alenko.
I care about Caden. A lot.
I thought so. Still, I feel as if there is also some attraction between us, Shepard.
You're right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
These things never make sense. They just happen and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
Don't tell me a little danger puts you off.
This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. You. I need some time.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with C-Sec a while.
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating it?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
So what was it?
Both, actually. But it took us a while to figure that out.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development. But there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a... Somebody's making a killing out there.
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Good thinking. Lackeys are always easier to scare.
Exactly. Though in this case it paid off in a different way. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes, walking, living test tubes.
So he was growing spare parts in his own employees.
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop it.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. We just used them to make more organs. They wouldn't listen.
No wonder you hated it there. Those idiots just let him fly away.
Yes, they did. I went to Patton and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
A few casualties is a small price to pay to stop someone like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those hostages might be wishing they'd died by now anyway. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find
it. Commander? Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the Lieutenant, Chief?
No, ma'am. And anyway, Scuttlebutt says he's already sweet on someone. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I met Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like your father wasn't around much. Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? I've been in a lot of foxholes.
Yeah, I guess you have. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Skipper. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. You know, you really should talk to Chisoni about her mom. She has to be hurting. Just saying, Skipper. Ma'am?
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight, Turians Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me, I escaped with my life. That is why I left. And that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father.
No. Now that I have my family's armor again, there's nothing left for me.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
I guess I'm just tired of people judging me because of who my father is. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make it...
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the... We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict. He never allowed me to settle for anything. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't...
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of people counted on him, and he took his duties seriously, even when he was around. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way.
I want to talk about...
Like what? See you later.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
You didn't seem that interested in helping me before.
The Council agreed that Saren was dangerous, Commander. That was why we made you a Spectre. We only balked at unleashing the full force of...
Nobody on the Council wants to see you fail, so we contacted you with this latest information.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Commander, I wanted to tell you how unfortunate it was that Analea-sama was caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Rest assured, I bear you no ill will.
Doesn't sound like you disapprove of his actions.
The Executive Board is not concerned with galactic law, Commander. As far as they are concerned, Analea-sama went too far. On Noveria, you may do what you wish, so long as you do not disturb public order. I only request that you limit the number of disturbances you provoke. I would consider...
Do what you have to do, Captain. I'll do the same.
I see. That makes your... If you'll excuse me, I must file reports of this incident. Good day.
outside looks dreadful. Thank the goddess it's warm in here.
Do you have the package? The customer grows restless. This one implores the Spectre for...
I'll be back later then.
This one